Alright, hello, hello. Game 1 of the Club Championship is on. I am playing against Michael. I haven't done any prep because when I went to go do prep, I found that all of our games were from over a year ago, so that's not really helpful at all. So I have no idea what he's going to be playing. He usually played e5, I think. So Sicilian is a surprise, and this is a bigger surprise. So we could have a Taimanov, we could have a Pelican. We could go here straight away and just go into a Sveshnikov unless he... I feel like this is maybe my best bet to get him playing something uncomfortable. Because after knight here, I think you pretty much have to play d6, and then you're locked into playing this Sveshnikov. And I really like playing against this Svesh, so much more than I like playing against the Pelican or the Taimanov. So let's do this. Yeah, so I think d6 is really the only move here. And if he doesn't play that, then I just enjoy... yeah, there we go. Okay, so knight c3. Wait a second, though. Knight c3? Or can we go... We can't go bishop f4 yet. No. So knight c3. And if he plays a6, then we'll just drop back here, and then we just play a Sicilian, but I think we're a tempo down, which is a little unfortunate. Are we really? We're a tempo down, aren't we? Because my knight did this, and then he didn't get any tempi. Okay, that's strange. So maybe this is no good. We'll have to look after. I think this is a best of 10, so we'll be at this for quite some time. And I guess I'm just expecting knight f6. Seems normal enough. We could see something stupid like queen b6 maybe. After queen b6 we'll just drop back to... Okay. Yeah, that's normal enough. Okay. So we'll go bishop e3. Right? Yep. Or... Yeah, no, that's... Yeah. I wasn't sure if f3 first, but I don't think it matters. Okay. And now we'll get... I think it's just an English attack down a tempo, but it should be fine. And we'll do our best to make sure he doesn't play d5. He could play it here, but I think I'm pretty well set up for an endgame if that happens. Okay, this is fine. So we'll castle and get these pawns rolling. Yeah, I like this position a lot. I'm expecting b5 and knight c4 and, you know, all that nonsense. And I'm not too terribly worried about it. Oh, I didn't think he'd do that. That's also just fine, though. I really like relocating the knight here now. So, but I can't go there because then he has knight c4. That's annoying. We have to go knight b1, don't we? Oh yeah, that's really annoying. Okay. We'll go knight b1 then. And then on queen a5 I have a3, and the pawn is pinned, and I just win the pawn. Not that I want the pawn, but I don't really want to open up lines to my king side. But yeah, we'll go with knight b1, that should be fine. And he'll spend some time guarding the pawn, I'm sure. Yeah, this is okay. Can I not play f4 and then just pick up an exchange? I lose a pawn and the dark squared bishop. But that seems worth it. That seems very worth it. f4, knight takes. Knight c6. He can't go queen a5 because the knight comes back. He can't even go queen. Okay. That seems reasonable. Yeah, f4, he'll take. We have knight c6, we'll pick up the rook. One less rook when my king's castled over here is really beneficial, I think. Okay. And this is usually just an awful move in the English attack. You pretty much never get to play it, because there's always a knight that can come here and poke at the dark squared bishop. But if it wins an exchange, I feel like you kind of just have to. And I never see... people never play rook b8 before. You know, if this b file doesn't get opened up, rook b8's just a waste. It doesn't do anything. That's not the way to go. You definitely just a5 and defend the pawn that way. I don't see any reason to move the rook. So at this point he's either wondering why I hung a pawn or he saw the problem. No, okay. I was wondering if there was a way to get just get the bishop depending on where the knight goes, but I don't think so. Yep, as expected. And then knight c6. And as long as the queen can't go anywhere and really annoy me, that's just an exchange. So that's a good start. There's a knight move here though. It's a little annoying. It's not the worst thing ever, but I need to pay. Was I hanging that pawn this whole time? No, I wasn't. It was just right when f4 was played. Okay. Yeah, so f4 gets played, and he couldn't really do this because I have queen g2, and then he's just going to lose a piece and maybe more. So okay, so that works. So we have that, and then yeah, and we'll pick that off. So we have a rook out of the way, and now it's going to take some extra time for him to get mobilized again and set up on the king side, since he has to move the bishop, get this rook over. So that time is going to be nice. I'll want to take advantage of it. Best way to guard this pawn. Probably, I like bishop d3 a lot, so that I can play for this advance and try to get rid of the knight. This is another, you usually don't get to put your bishop on d3 in an English attack, but... Oh, no, no. He had to take the knight. That doesn't make any sense. That's just, like, pawn grabbing now. Because, I mean, can I not just go queen here and I'm gonna... That doesn't make any sense. Queen e2. I hit that. He can go f5 and guard both of them, but, I mean, do I not get my knight out? It seems like I do. It really seems like I'm getting my knight out if he does that. I can take... Do I want to take? Yikes. Yeah, that seems fine. It really seems like I'm getting him out. Yeah. So we'll go queen e2. And the idea is to play knight takes a6. And even if he moves his queen over somewhere to attack the knight, I have time to prepare to get him out somewhere else. So I mean, with the queen and bishop attacking the knight on a6, I have two defenders, so I'm safe there. So after something like, I don't know, what's he going to play? I mean, f5, I would imagine, was the idea, unless he just didn't see queen e2, which is possible. But I imagine the idea is f5. Knight takes here. Queen, I don't know, here? And the knight moving and attacking this rook that's a big problem. Because I really would like to play like a bishop move to get this bishop out of the way so that my queen is truly guarding the knight on a6. So that could be a big problem. I guess if the queen goes here, then I'm just coming back and taking this. So the queen has to somehow attack the knight and guard this pawn, and I don't think it can because of the bishop. It can't go to b6. It can go b7. And then okay, yeah, b7. That's pretty reasonable. But if it goes queen b7, then I only need to guard the knight with the bishop. Okay. So he guards with the bishop, but the bishop can't guard a6 and the knight. So we just save our knight. And then we're up it's just a whole rook. That doesn't make any sense to me. And he even takes there. Now I can save my dark squared bishop. I don't have to take this bishop over. Taking this bishop over here I think is probably awful. Is it not? I think it might be better to take this knight. Oh yeah, obviously, because obviously. If I take the bishop, I lose this one. So I'm just up a rook. I imagine f5. I mean, he has to have something. If he doesn't play f5, then this position's just horrible. It's still horrible, but f5 gives him something, I guess. And now the only way that I can lose is if I somehow get mated with, on any of these squares. And him undeveloping makes no sense to me. It totally misses the point. I like f5 a lot. That move looks really nice. The pawn is pinned if I do that, though. Whatever I do, I have to focus on not getting mated. That's top priority. So I like f5. This queen g2 almost looks good, but bishop b7 hurts me. So, boy, do I like f5 a lot. It gives him a pass pawn, though. But I guess if he might just end up getting it anyway, even if I don't play it. f5, can he play... If I go f5, can he play something like g6, though? And then I just... No, because I take the knight. He's going to do something about that. So f5, knight f6. Queen... I can't even guard my pawn if I do that. And that pawn's too weak if I play f5. Yeah. Aesthetically pleasing, but no substance. Well, I really want to threaten the knight. Move away, threaten the knight. Seems nice. Queen f3 doesn't work for me. Queen f3, bishop b7. I can go bishop here. Might be something. I could also just drop the queen back to e2 and quit being stupid, I guess. I like that move a lot. Just queen e2, nice and simple. Guard this, just over defend. I really like that a lot. Let's do it. Just not complicated at all. Bring it back. Seems good. Alright, now we gotta get some pieces off the back rank, I think, right? That would be really swell. I'd like to use the open G file, but I mean, he always has things like bishop f6 and g6, and his king's going to be pretty well defended. So I think the game plan is just go into an endgame with an extra rook and the game's going to win itself. Okay, that's about what I figured. I don't think taking here is ever going to be beneficial for me. It just lets him get rid of this weakness and opens up another file for him. I don't think I need to be doing that. I really like maybe something like queen c4, and then after he doesn't trade, bishop d3. Seems very strong. Very strong. I really like that idea. Okay, let's do that. So queen c4, there's no way he trades. Oh, he can take, and then okay, so I'm hanging a pawn. Because yeah, that sucks. But you're up a rook and you hang a pawn, so I guess that's not a big deal. Yeah, my bishop has to guard this square and this square, and he can't guard both, so we'll manage. Even if he wins this pawn, it's perpetually weak. He can never play a move like g5 and defend it, so. Okay, so I think I can still just go bishop d3. Guards my rook here. He wants to play some move like this, which he can do that, and that's going to be annoying. And after I play bishop d3, I don't have d5 for my queen. So why don't we do that first? Why don't we go queen d5 and politely offer another trade that he will decline? And then after the queen comes back to the c file to put pressure here, then we can go bishop to d3. And then he's going to figure out why he let his knight get pinned like that. And I don't know. I don't think he can do anything about that. Yeah, that's very tough. Yeah, he has to decline the queen trade. And bishop d3 is next, so. How is he meant to guard that knight? Oh, just knight f6. I'm stupid. Yeah, knight f6 hit the queen, so that's fine. And then hopefully I get to trade. We'll see. Probably not. But that's the dream. You know, bishop d3 at worst just protects the square again after he inevitably puts pressure on it from over here. So, wow, this queen move, it even guards a2. It's so nice. Incredible. I guess he can't go over to the a file though. That's really inconvenient. So I really appreciate the 2-minute time advantage too. This is going to make things really, really nice. Can he go? No, he can't go. No, he can't even go anything like knight c5, or he just has to outright refuse the queen trade. Tough stuff. And then, yeah, the game plan is to trade. Hopefully, at some point, get my knight off of b1, because that's just horrible. Okay, so as advertised, we'll go bishop d3. He'll go knight f6. And I'll go... Queen c4 is really nice after knight f6. Queen c4. And then I'm threatening the bishop, and I'm threatening a trade here. And I will get one of them, I think. Seems very accurate. Until we look it over with the engine. And I'm sure I missed something winning material. Okay, so yeah, still queen c4 seems perfectly fine, and there's no way for him to like take rook here. You know, I can always drop back, and my rook's even guarding here. So we have it. And that's what he played. That's really interesting. So I can still just go bishop d3. The problem, though, that I see with bishop d3 is if he... No. No. Well, pushing's annoying. Yeah, pushing's very annoying. But if he pushes, then I'll just drop back to e2 and keep the knight out of there. What if he doesn't... No, I really like bishop d3. And now, you know, if he plays, it stops him from playing something like knight g4 because I'll just take and we, you know, exchange everything off, which is exactly what I want. So here, I mean, I think really the only move he can play, I think, is pushing. And then he has the hope that somehow a protected pass pawn beats a whole rook, which it never does. But that's really the only idea I can see. Otherwise, we have just more trades. There's going to be a lot of them. Okay, and then I think we still drop back to e2. And yep, just to keep the knight out of there. And he's kind of ruined his bishop. I guess, I mean, bishop here is annoying a little bit, but it's more than manageable. I mean, it's just another trade. I can let the knight come in. I can let him take my bishop. So if bishop here, you know, I can play something like capture and then bring the rook over after. Okay, I wasn't too worried about this move. Because now it gives me a chance to bring my knight out now. So I mean, maybe something like a3. If he takes, I take with a knight. And I'm just totally fine. Could get a little bit annoying, but I mean, there's no other way to guard it. I'm never going to play bishop c4 here, so this is really the only way to guard this piece. Pawn. So a3 it is. I'm never playing bishop c4 and allowing the knight to come into g4. That doesn't make any sense. So we still have 2-minute time edge. Plenty of time to convert this. And he pushes? No. The only idea was to take knight takes and then pawn push and then, you know, somehow, but I'm just playing like knight b1 there and being a pain in the ass about it. Okay, so, I mean, a pawn is a pawn. Well, I mean, and give him 2 connected passers. Do I need to give him 2 connected passers? I think we know the answer to that, right? c4 looks awfully nice. And I always have knight d2 to guard that pawn. Yeah, c4 looks awfully nice. We'll take this later. I'm not at all worried about that. I don't want to take and then him have 2 connected passers. Maybe it's stupid, I guess. I also get, 3 connected passers. But I'm up a rook. I want to give him nothing. And I think this does that. At the expense of having a really weak pawn here, but we'll manage. I have different ways to guard it. I have rook d4, I have knight here. So I think we'll be okay. And then if I ever play rook d4 and he, comes back with the idea to come here, then I can always just take this pawn. So that is very nice. So, okay, yeah, and I mean that's one of the moves that I was worried about. I mentioned that earlier. I don't think taking and allowing the knight to come there really makes any sense. I think it's probably a lot more prudent to just guard that and you know, and make him actually make the knight move. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's make him actually make the knight move. Is that pre-moved? Okay. Yeah, this seems fine, I guess. And I mean, I have 4 minutes to, you know, think about how I, you know, don't want to hang anything, or to try not to hang anything. So, I mean, we'll be fine. Okay. I mean, that was definitely a worry. So now what I like is that I can play rook d4, but d5 is annoying. And then I'll just guard with the knight. I like this a lot. I can go rook d4. And I also have this capture, knight takes, and then I can take this pawn. If he doesn't play d5, which I'm sure he will. Yeah. And then now we can go knight d2, which was a plan at some point. Oh, I missed bishop c5. Does that matter? That was, yeah, no, I missed that move. But I think it's fine. I mean, I'm up a rook, for goodness sake. No, this is totally okay. I'm going to get a lot out of this, I think. I mean, it's a bad trade, but it's a trade, and every trade's good for me here. So I think takes, and then if he takes, oh, I can't go rook takes if he takes that. I thought I could. No, I can't do that either. So then maybe, So how do we simplify? What's the best way to do that? Could play king b1. Really want to. He's gonna win that pawn for free eventually if I do that. So no, we need to get something out of this. Just go get rid of that pawn, and yeah, and this is fine. Can I take that? He goes rook takes though, I guess, right? Is that what's going to happen? No, yeah, I think this is the best thing to do, though. Oh, it's so annoying. We'll just take here, I think. Or with the bishop. I think we take with the knight. That's fine. And then I imagine... No, this is really nice. I imagine he takes like this. And then if he takes with the rook, then I can shuffle over here. And yeah. So if he goes rook takes, I can shuffle over here. He has the trade with me. I'm not hanging anything this time. So this is nice. So I just get to be up a piece with 2 passed pawns. That's... and a minute left. But this is easy enough. So that worked out really well. And his pawns are just totally frozen. Obviously, we're going to come over and guard this. This looks like the best way to do it. He can have the pawn. Not at all worried about that. And I think these just run. And they run really fast. I don't have to be worried about that pawn. He has to move his knight out of the way, and I queen with check. So this is a big problem for him. Here. There. Here. He can check me. Takes, takes. And then I queen. Okay, with check. So he has his knight check, which is fine. Oh, he has this knight check. But it doesn't matter. I queen with check. It does not matter. Unless I'm just not getting there. Which, oh, wouldn't that be something? If I'm just not getting there. But I'm winning a piece, even if he gets the queen. This was, yeah, this could have been played better. Yeah, I was a little bit afraid of that. Yeah, so this is, yeah, that could have been played a whole lot better. So we'll go here, that's fine. And then we have to come here, I believe. It's just a horrible technique. But we still have the B pawn, and he's just gonna run. I don't think queening is correct. I think he has to play knight check here. Okay. So now we have this, and we're once again up a piece. We'll come here. That's fine. And we're just gonna pass him. And he has passers, but they're sufficiently blockaded. So, yeah, I made this about as hard as I could have, I think. Yeah, so just push him. No reason to do anything else. Why is he doing... That doesn't make any sense. Okay, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Over here. Control the important squares here. Sure. And we come up here. I think that was maybe a mouse slip. But it was... The whole game went to shit anyway, I think. Okay, so let's see what the deal is here. I'd mostly like to know about the end game. I think I have a decent idea of how everything else went. I don't think knight b5 is a move. Let's... it is a move. So what did I do? Knight b5, d6. c4. Yeah, that was missed. Okay, duh. And I thought bishop f4 couldn't be played. But after e5, you go bishop e3, which I saw, but I've never played that before. So yeah, c4 is what needs to be played. That was, yeah, my bad. So here d6. And this is just not... No. This is no good for white. White's playing black now. And I'm surprised that there's 25 and 2400s playing this as white, because it's horrible. Okay. Yeah, and all this, I mean, it's just an English attack down a tempo, which is fine. And knight b1. Yeah, so is there anything to do here? I'm supposed to play f4 and allow knight e to g4, so I'm never doing that. b4, knight b1, and it says I'm reasonably fine, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, it's g5? Oh, g5 then f4, and I don't have to hang the pawn. Yeah, that was dumb. Is f4 not good at all? Oh. Okay, so we were very sloppy. G5 then F4. I don't have to give away the pawn. That makes sense. Okay. And I'm worse? What? Queen, how am I worse? It takes. He did everything right there. Okay, and Queen E2 is right-ish, yeah. And it says knight takes E3. Queen takes B8. Don't I take that? And then I lose a rook. Wow. I didn't realize that. I guess, yeah. Well, we got a little lucky, I guess. That's so obscure, though. Yeah, bishop c8, it's no good. Yeah, and I figured here rook c8, but it's, no, the whole game's kind of gone to shit. Queen back, and okay, let's see the endgame, because this is, okay, so we get a little rocky here. This is absurd to even allow. Okay, so the endgame actually is not bad at all. How is c4? Yeah, I figured this, just take the pawn. So I'm trying to get cute there for no reason. Because, I mean, so I can probably take here and blockade these two pawns pretty easily, I think. I'm up a rook. Yeah, I didn't really need to allow that. Yeah, this all seems fine. And I can't go knight d2. I have to take this here. Yeah, that makes sense. Oops. That's fine. Knight takes b3 is ideal. And then I'm pretty happy with this position. A little rocky, but we managed. And even here, it just says a5, a6, king e2. I looked at that. It's so passive. Bishop g1, I think, is probably the most accurate. I really like bishop g1. That makes a lot of sense. Sacrifice the bishop for the pawn. That doesn't allow anything. Yeah, I missed knight f1 check. I only looked at knight f3 check. And then h2. And yeah, now I let him sort of back in the game. But queen a1 is good enough. Yeah, that's pretty silly. Can he not? Oh, no. Yeah, okay, so knight g3 is another move. Okay, so not too bad. Pretty reasonable. Okay. So we'll probably knock these out reasonably quick. So I have black next, and again, I have no idea what to prepare. I don't know what he's going to play. But, all right, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.